Okay, so really simple. Trying to find a good, well, I'm just not gonna, so whatever. Here's the deal. I'm gonna go literally point by point, and actually we just made a video as soon as Miss Donna gets that out, but I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna go to my market watch. First off, I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna right click, show you all these tools. All of these tools are free. They're all in the We the People group. Take a screenshot so you have them. You don't need all of them. You can use more, you can use less. Totally up to you.
Okay, and is there a video on how to download the indicators?
Yes. Yeah, there is as well. So, are you pretty new to Forex?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, gotcha. I'm messaging Donna right now. I know she's getting Kate and I'm probably going to bed. So yeah, I messaged her. She's got a couple of videos, so reach out to her. She can send them to you, hopefully. Give her a little bit of some grace because I know she's not feeling good. So,
yeah, no problem.
Let's talk about it. Worst case, this timestamp is 10:36, so we're an hour and 36, give or take, minutes into this video, and you'll know exactly when we started going over this, so you'll have this for future reference. So take a screenshot of this, take a little picture with your phone so you have it, or of course you can go back to the video. What I would do is simply come, once you have the indicators downloaded, come here, right click, go to chart window. This is my version of naked. I make this naked. Your version's going to be a little different, but this is my version. So
Okay.
I changed my colors, get rid of the grid, and I put my 50 on here. This is my naked chart, and this is my default chart, as you just noticed. So then I'd come here. Oh, this is going to be fun. I got to find all my stuff now, publicly, too. This is great.
You just drag and drop?
Just going to drag and drop as soon as I find it. But I've got more stuff than y'all will have to worry about, so for better and for worse, just bear with me. I promise we'll get there. So ATR value indicator, I put that on my chart. I make sure always allow deal imports. You'd be surprised how much customer service issues we have over this one topic. And again, it sounds so simple, but we still get hundreds of questions about the indicator doesn't work. No indicator works without clicking this box. Okay?
That's not true.
Well, thank you, Scott. I was on your side for this.
No, none of my indicators will work without that checked. If it's licensed, I'm using that to talk to the licensed server.
Well, most indicators won't work properly without that checked. Is that a fair statement?
All of the internal indicators on MT4 work without it. The only reason to allow DLL imports is if something goes outside to get information.
Thank you, guys. See, Scott?
Sorry about that. I don't want to contradict, but I also want to do truth in advertising, because the other thing about allow DLL imports is a DLL can be any kind of code that's not even MT4 code. It could say, read all the files on your computer and send them up into the cloud.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that, actually, guys. That was a learning moment even for me. So I guess if it's standard on MT4, then you don't technically need that.
Yeah, I turn it off by default and turn it on when it seems to be necessary.
Okay, well, for most indicators, this is what trips most people up, is they're not clicking that. So forgive me.
Absolutely true, and I get more support contact about that one issue. I say it's always one of three things.
Yep, there we go.
It's your email, it's the DLLs, or it's your license code. And you need all three.
Okay, so let's drag and drop. Let's make this structure template real quick. So we've got this. Oh, Eugene, nice to meet you. That door is very loud. WD-40 something. Okay. Something. So I put this on here because that tells me how much the trading range is. Now we're going to just go look for all of our forms of support and resistance. So you can put as much as you want or as little as you want on here. I'm going to have to really dig around a little bit, but we will do that together. Okay, so we want some form of supply and demand. This one, if I can find it, of course, is not in here. Go figure.
Yeah, the Ghani. I think you had that in the the We the People one.
I love how you guys know my folders better than me. This is awesome.
I think I saw it. Yeah, it's there.
Here we go. This is in my TAS folder, so there we go. I'm going to allow deal imports. I'm not changing anything. There's a lot of options. You can even put those extra fractals. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to hit OK. This gives us our support and resistance. I'm going to again preface that indicators are just indicators. They are imperfect. They are not perfect. They are lagging by nature. Know that and treat them as an aid, right? They treat them as a tool that they are and not end all be all. And they will serve you well. If you treat them as an absolute anything, nothing about an indicator is absolute, so please don't treat it as such. So, the next thing I'm going to put on here is trend lines. Again, same disclaimer. I like them for new people because it just shows people where the trend is. I don't think that they're perfect. I think they're a nice tool to help people start to learn to see potential trends. Okay. I think I like some of them a little closer, some a little further, some a little bit more valid, some a little less valid, but still, needless to say, a nice tool to have. So, next thing I'm going to look for as soon as I can find it is my, wish me luck, guys. Clearly my brain is not interested in indicators today because I feel like I'm looking in circles. I'm going all the way to the top. Okay. So we know it's not there. I'm looking for my daily high and low or my, here we go, daily high and low. Okay. I'm going to common allow deal imports in general. Thank you, Scott. I'm going to put that on. This shows me yesterday's daily high and yesterday's daily low. That is a strategy by itself. When price breaks below or breaks above or reacts at, that's an area of interest. Not meant to be served as a complete set of information, but I find that to be an area of interest. I like to have that on my chart to kind of recognize where price is going. So that's
yesterday's high and low.
Right here. There we go. So now we're looking for the ADR or the auto. So ADR, high and low, and we're looking for the quarter point. So you guys don't have to look through this many indicators, so you guys can do this a little bit better. ADR, there's a lot of different versions of this. This one's called ADR. Set to 14. I am considering changing all my stuff and then programming it that way. A lot of different brokers, a lot of different setups. I kind of, like I talked about with Scott the other day, I kind of want to put this at 10, but standard is 14, so I'm going to teach you guys standard. That shows us the average daily high and the average daily low for the past 14 candles. So, again, I feel like that's very useful information. I use it as a target.
14 daily candles.
Daily candles, yes. So now let's look for the quarter points. The reason why I like quarter points, and yes, I even read the book. It's an entire book. It is not a fun to read book. But the reason why I like quarter points is because, unlike Fibonacci, quarter points stay still. Unlike Fibonacci, which in my opinion, I love the concept of numbers and the whole numerology world. However, I feel like it's also very subjective. It's very individual from person to person. And for me, that does not create a set of trust in it the way I would want my set of trust in it. So, with that said, funny how I can't find it. I got 2 test folders. It shouldn't be in there. Bear with me. I really do. I really like the quarter points as potential targets and hesitation zones and half points. It has its own strategy with it, but I find it to be very useful information. So, pretty sure. Am I using the...
No, it was, yeah, that's the one.
Theory. So again, I'm allowing deal imports by, I do that automatically. I don't have the same knowledge or whatever in terms of the different indicators, but I always click that because it's the only way I know to make this stuff work. So, let's talk about this one real quick. Hesitation points you can decide to turn on or off. Most of my charts I have them turned off. I like it on US 30 though. I have been liking the hesitation points on US 30. Everything else I have a chart kind of set up like this. I'll turn this off just for this purpose. My whole numbers, my quarter points, and my half points. So I have it set up like this. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. This is a baby time frame, so you really can't see all those lines. Let's pop up a little bit more. Now you can see the quarter points. You see price react around those quarter points, whole numbers, half points. And of course, hesitation zones, you can decide to add them if you want. Totally up to you. But now we've got kind of a really foundational structure template. You can decide to add things like fractals. You can decide to add things like whatever else you want, more moving averages. But this is about as naked as a template that I would be for my structure template. And the reason why I have it is because when I had come to teach a class and I want to look at this information at a glance, right? Consider the chart at a glance, bird's eye view, whatever you want to call it. I want to come real quick and just click around and say, okay, I see what's happening. I see when I come to this, my goal for myself, and no, I don't always succeed. I do fail sometimes, but is to come off of my structure template chart and say, I see where price could go if it buys. I see where price could go if it sells, or if I see the potential for consolidation. I hope that when I leave this chart, I don't necessarily, of course I have a bias. I'm still human. I'm really working on that, but my hope is to see both potentials and not just one. So even on this pair, NZD USD, kind of got this double top. We know we're pushing up currently, maybe coming up to this quarter point, but I want to see both. And then when I go to my strategy, whatever strategy I'm using, it's typically the golden strategy to enter. I know what I'm looking for. Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.